What's up? How's it guys? How you guys doing?
We're good, man. Happy to have you. Thank you for waking up early. Are you on the West Coast with us?
Yeah, man, I'm on the West Coast.
All right. Well, thank you, man. We're in studio here in Las Vegas. We would have loved to have you in studio. Where are you, in California?
California, man. Where you guys from?
I'm originally from Jersey. He's from Chicago, but we're both here in Las Vegas, living the dream, interviewing fighters every single day, being the Breakfast Club of boxing. And obviously you got the big win over Blair the Flair. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed. You know, I was invested in Blair the Flair. I really like the entertainment value that he brings, the build up. I think all that is important. Like what you did in the ring obviously is the most important thing because you need to win. But I feel like Blair, builds up the fight so much. And he did that with you. And credit to yourself, you know, he was trying to kind of go away to Michael Mickinson, and you took to your social media letting him know that should have been elevated to the main event, which it did, and you pulled off the big victory, man. So congratulations. I know I'm long-winded, but just tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, man. Well, first off, thank you for having me on the podcast. Like I said, I feel very good, very happy. You know, I know Blair was gonna go talk all this talk because that's just his persona. You know, and boxing does need more stuff like that. It needs more character like that because it builds up drama, it builds up excitement. For the press conference, you know, we're going at it and people were talking about it because all the trash talking we're doing.
Alexis, can you adjust your phone slightly because you're cutting your head off to the audience?
There we go. Thank you.
Got you. Yeah.
But go.
So, yeah.
Go ahead, champ. Yep.
So yeah, man, it was definitely exciting, trash talking and all that. And then we had a job to do, go in there and execute the game plan.
Amazing, man. So were you always expecting to fight Blair since he was on your stable? Did you ever think that this fight would happen, or was he never on your radar?
Yeah, he was on my radar because the fight was presented to him, like I said, last November, or not even November. It was way before that because I was trained to fight in the Honda Center. And we were in talks to fighting him, but his team declined. So it is what it is, you know. So we just kept them in the back. We kept them in the back of our mind, saying like this could be a possible opponent. And then once they opened up the March 19th, they told me that I'll be on it. They told Blair he'll be on it. And then soon enough, they told us that we'll be fighting each other. So we're like, all right, we're game. You know, it's a good fight. It's the fight we need to be taking right now.
Let me get a screen share, Trav. So right now I'm showing to our audience my messages by mistake, but now we're showing Blair the Flair's story. Yeah. And Blair the Flair said, rematch is unavoidable. No more last minute shit, last minute training, last minute promoting, last minute contracts. I'm no longer allowing the bullshit people trying to capitalize on my inactivity. I will be back ASAP. I will be back on track to the top. More fights without year layoffs. Better training, better preparation, better performances. Does that bother you that he's making an excuse to say like he got this on short notice? He's been inactive. Yeah. He wasn't ready now. He didn't train. He wasn't prepared. And he's blaming it kind of on managerial promotional things like, you know, you guys are keeping me inactive and that's why I wasn't as sharp as I should be.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't like that. Like, I take my losses like I do with everything. Like, I'm in humble in defeat, humble in victory. And I don't like that, the fact that he's saying short this, short that. I don't know what he means by that because I'm on the same boat. We both, you know, had the same time to prepare for each other. We both had, yet again, he was trying to call him a Kenton in a day notice. You know, it doesn't make sense. But I don't like the fact that he's making this thing that no more last this, no more last that. It doesn't make sense.
So is there a plan for you now with Golden Boy? Are you to get the Michael Mickinson fight? Or what's on the horizon for you after this win over Blair?
I mean, yeah, this is a big win for me. I trust in my promoter who's going to put in front of me. You know, I don't never hand choose opponents. Whoever they think is the person that should fight is the person that's going to be presented to us, and we're going to accept it. But Golden Boy is doing a hell of a job with them. I got to thank them for everything they're doing. You know, they're a great promotional company. You know, Oscar, Robert Diaz was my main guy, Eric Gomez. You know, thank everyone there.
So after this win, it seems like the public has been pitting you against Jaron Ennis. Some people in our live chat, as we've been on since 6 a.m., some people are saying Rocha beats Ennis. What do you think about the welterweight division? Who is your number one in the division, and who is the guy that you are looking out for in the division?
I mean, I look out for every guy in the division. You know, there's so much talent in this weight class. This weight class is literally stacked from the last person to the bottom. You know, the barely people that are hitting the scene, which I feel like I'm starting to barely hit the scene. To like the Virgil Ortiz, to Jaron Ennis. You know, those guys are like the most talented fighters in the division. But I'm not that far behind them. You know, I'm like right there, and you know, if those fights are presented to us in the future, then let's make it happen. Because I'm the person who's trying to be the best in this weight class. Because I don't want to duck anyone. I want to fight the right people, you know, and just keep my name out there.
Did you happen to notice that Michael Mickinson took to his social media and insinuated, or I guess directly said that he heard Virgil is about 160 and he'll never make welterweight again?
I don't know. You know, Virgil's a big dude. I've always followed Virgil all the time, and he's a big welterweight. He's a big dude. You know, I see him in person, and then yeah, sometimes I'm like, damn, how does this guy make 147? But if he can make it healthy, then why not stay there? But if you're really struggling and killing yourself like the last time, I don't know if he was struggling with weight last time, but I know he got diagnosed with, I don't know what to call it, but I know it eats at your muscle. So just take that in consideration. And if you want to be healthier, why don't you just move up, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Alexis, obviously your only, I guess, flaw on your record is back in 2020, the decision loss to Rashidi Ellis in a very competitive fight. Just is that a fight that you wanted a rematch in? And are you maybe a bit disappointed now that Rashidi is a free agent, you know, leaving Golden Boy, because probably a lot less likely for that rematch to happen?
I mean, I'm not disappointed, but you know, deep down inside, I do want a rematch. But I know Rashidi's doing his thing. It wouldn't make sense to fight now, like in a year or two. It wouldn't, because I'm doing my thing. You know, he's gonna be doing his thing. You know, my respects to Rashidi, like I've always said. You know, but we can make the fight later down the line if it happens. You know, if it's an eliminator that needs to be presented or something, you know, let's make it happen.
Yeah, to be fair, they fought twice already.
Did they?
We did?
Yeah, right? Didn't you guys fight twice?
No, we fought once.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you guys fought once in the amateurs.
No, never. I grew up with him in the amateurs. So
okay.
I was in the junior Olympic team. He was in the elite team. So I like see him all the time.
Okay.
So obviously there's been a knock on Golden Boy for a long time that they don't promote certain fighters. You happen to be Mexican, which is their forte. Do you feel like they've been doing a good job with you? And do you feel like you will be re-upping with them?
No, I feel like they've been doing a great job with me. You know, I'm a person, you know, I would say I'm a person someone to like. You know, I'm easygoing. I talk to everyone. I'm very respectful, very, you know, I keep a conversation with everyone. But yeah, I think they're doing a heck of a job. And I know this is just the beginning, you know. And like I said, I'm very happy with Golden Boy.
Good. What we were actually talking this morning about Mike Tyson. I'm sure you were busy with Fight Week and things like that, but he had Jamal Charlo on his podcast, and during that interview, he asked Jamal what did he think about a fight with Earl Spence versus his brother Jermell Charlo, which are stablemates.
They both train with Derek James.
Yeah, I know they both train together, and they're like, I mean, it's different when you're trying to fight your stablemate. It's way different. You know, there's difference when it's a promotional company, you have to fight someone along the promotional company. But when you have to fight someone that's actually trained alongside, it's just different. And I don't know. I feel like that's like a relationship between you guys, you know?
So I wanted to pose the question, would you ever consider fighting a stablemate? Because obviously a fight with Earl Spence and Jermell Charlo would be big money. I mean, Mike Tyson figured it would be at least 10 million each.
Yeah. It just depends. If there's like bad blood between you two, if you guys don't like each other and you guys like leave the gym, let's say if Errol Spence left the gym and there's like trash talking, like I don't know if you're familiar with like UFC, George Masvidal versus Kobe Covington, how they were best friends back then and then they split up.
How about we use a boxing example like Brandon Rios and Victor Ortiz? They were friends and they split up and now they wanted to fight for years.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, like that. Look at those situations. Yeah, man. Those are entertaining because there's actually bad blood, and you look at their past, and they were like the best of friends. But yeah, like I do something like that, but I wouldn't fight a stablemate who I'm close with still.
But what about an Earl situation? He came out yesterday and said, "Look, I only got 2 fights left at welterweight. I'm moving up, and if the money's right, why not? If we're friends, we should break." He said, "If we're friends, we should break bread together."
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to feed your children. You got to feed your family.
Let's go, Alexis.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's good. So, what do you think of that big fight? Do you think we'll get Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford?
I don't know. I hardly think so. Maybe 10 years from now or something.
What?
I don't think right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Chad, we already been waiting some years.
Yeah, we've been waiting 3 already, I think.
We gotta wait some more years now, huh?
Damn. So, Alexis, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I don't think it'll happen anytime soon.
All right. So, which sanctioning body are you ranked the highest in? Do you know?
Sure.
I see you're like 11 in IBF. Let me see. Do I see you anywhere else?
I think that's just it.
Is it just the IBF? So you're on that Earl Spence or Ugas winner hunt, right? You're number 11 there. So there's quite a few names in front of you. Anybody in particular that you have your eye on in that sanctioning body? Can we get a screen share? No. Obviously, champion is Earl Spence. Number 1 and 2 is vacant. Jaron Ennis, the number 3, is going to be facing Castillo Clayton in an eliminator, who's the number 6. So Conor Benn is number 5, who's going to be fighting Chris Van Heerden. And then you got Ivan Globa, who signed with Lou DiBella. David Avanesian, who's now with Frank Warren. I never heard of Karen. Karen, what is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with 9 or 10.
Yeah, I never heard of Kida or Bra. But there goes Alexis Rocha and Eso Esuma. Man, and Florian Marcoux made it. Okay, Marcoux.
They got
Cody Crowley. Oh,
wow.
That's going to be interesting once he starts getting up there. Any of those names stick out to you? Any of those names interest you?
I mean, no, none of those names really, but like I said, man, like whoever it's got to be, it's just got to be, if it makes sense as far as they're ranked higher than me, then yeah, I'm trying to climb up the ladder. So any person.
Well, I want to make a big fight for you, being as though that you're on Golden Boy, which is obviously broadcasted on Dazn. Does Conor Benn make more sense to you? Who's with Matchroom? It's an easy fight to make. Golden Boy Matchroom, Dazn. Obviously, he's got the Van Heerden fight, but is that someone you're looking at?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Conor Benn is a great fighter. Tons of respect to him. He's doing his thing. I know he'll come out victorious on this next upcoming fight. But the guy he's fighting is no pushover. But I do have faith that he will win. But yeah, like that fight makes a lot of sense. In the UK and Vegas.
Oh, you would be willing to travel to the UK?
Yeah, man, I've been in the UK lots of times. Love the UK, so gotta get my name out there.
I was just gonna ask that question. Would you be willing to head over there? Obviously, I think all but one of your fights were in the US, right? You fought in Mexico. I know at least once. We just saw with Demetrius Andrade being the champion, moving up to 68. He's going
to the UK.
As the A side.
As a 2-time weight champion, he's got to go to the UK. But that's because his team lost the purse bid.
Yeah, they lost the purse bid.
Okay.
But is that something that you would like to do? Is take a fight out there and be able to, grow your fan base and get your name out there?
Yeah, definitely. I want to travel overseas. I feel like I'm always going to be an underdog in every situation, in every fight now, because that's just the mentality I carry, and that's the mentality you should carry. You know, but I definitely want to go out to the UK, get some fans over there, and just see the whole. It's a whole different atmosphere over there. I've seen fights over there, not live, but I've seen fights, and the Wimbledon, the O2 Arena, where they're just chanting "Sweet Caroline." I don't know if you see videos
Absolutely,
like
yeah,
that.
no, definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
it's
saying
like a whole different atmosphere.
over 90,000 for Tyson Fury and
Versus Dillian Whyte.
Dillian White. When tickets went on sale for that, 30 minutes after
Where's that going to be at?
Wembley Stadium in London.
Wow,
Yep.
okay.
30 minutes after tickets went on sale, there was 150,000 people.
Wow.
150,000 people in line on whatever ticket service that they use out there. But no, that'd be amazing to see you go out there and, get your opportunity to shine. Just question for me is what was the biggest thing you learned in the fight with Blair Cobbs?
The biggest thing, I got to pull the trigger quicker. I told everyone in the post-fight interviews, it was more of my fault that I was throwing one shot at a time and not following up with combinations. And the time I did follow up with combinations, I hurt them.
Absolutely.
Which you showed me in the fifth. I threw a combination of 1-2 hook, and then I followed up with more straight left hands. And I should have been doing that quicker. Like if I would have done that in probably the third, fourth, and the fifth,
Right.
I know I would have got him out quicker.
Did you think that the fight even though you were kind of throwing the one shots and not following up on those combinations as much as you just said, do you think that the fight could have still been stopped sooner though?
Yeah, I do think so.
Okay.
I think if I would have followed up like I did in the sixth round, I think I would have got him out quicker.
Okay.
Alexis, have you ever fought in San Antonio or Dallas? I couldn't find anything.
I fought in El Paso.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what, 2 fights ago, right?
Are you looking forward to possibly a Dallas Stadium fight?
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to that. A lot of tremendous fans in Texas.
So, Earl has 2 fights left, according to an interview he did yesterday. Would you say you're ready to be one of those 2, or your time isn't? You and Earl isn't going to happen at 47.
Yeah, it won't happen at 47, man. I feel like I'm still developing as a fighter. I'm taking the proper fights that I should be. I'm not taking the world championship fights right now. I'm taking the fights that make sense for my career right now.
For sure.
And like contenders, people barely hitting the contender scenes, that's the fights I should be taking.
Okay.
I got a few questions from the people before we let you go. Lids Low, all the way in Decatur, Georgia, says, congrats on the win. Who do you have your eyes set on next fight? I mean, you kind of answered that, which is really no one, but if you want to.
Yeah, really no one. Whoever they put in front of me is the person that's going to get it.
Have they given you a projected date? Like, hey, take a break and we'll get you back in May, June?
No date. Golden Boy hasn't given me a date, but I trust them to keep me very active this year. And I've told them from the get-go, I want to be very active. A lot of people take inactivity. A lot of young fighters don't want to stay active, but my job is to fight 3 more times this year.
Nice. James Valdez from San Antonio, Texas says, have you and your team ever been offered a Conor Ben fight? What's your thoughts on a fight against Ben in the UK on Dazn? You kind of answered that. Damn, maybe we should have went to their questions first.
Yeah.
But to reiterate, you do like that fight. You would take that fight in Vegas or UK?
Yeah, preferably UK.
Oh, preferably UK. Wow.
Yeah.
Credit to you.
Yo, just because you are Mexican American and obviously you have that desire, as you've been speaking about, going to the UK, there's been talks of Canelo having that same desire, wanting to fight abroad. Do you think that Canelo would have do you think a lot of Mexicans would come to the UK to support a fight with Canelo out there?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of diehard Mexican fans would want to go out there and support and travel. But I feel like Canelo has globally a lot of fans, I should say, because he's the face of boxing right now. And I feel like if he were to travel to UK, a lot of Brits over there would love him. They would be cheering him on.
You fought on the Canelo Triple G2 undercard. What was that experience like? You know, to make your ring
I was
walk.
there.
Yeah, we were both there to make your ring walk at the T-Mobile Arena, and obviously you got 20,000 fans that came out that night. What was that experience like for you? Because unless I'm mistaken, that was probably the biggest card you've been a part of, correct?
It was probably it's probably been the biggest card I've been a part of. But I was the early fights, so I was like,
So you didn't have the crowd full. You didn't have this full stadium.
Yeah, it was just my mom, you know.
Shout out to your moms, man.
Yeah. Mom's always gonna be there.
Moms is the #1 fan, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
I got Rue in the 504, which is New Orleans. He says, after your win over Cop, again, same question, what's up next? But we've answered that. Next one is from Young Tigre that says, congrats on the win. You made Cobbs look like a 42-year-old prospect. Who are your 3 favorite fighters of all time?
Oh, that's a good one. I want to say Marvin Hagler's up there for sure. Love his work ethic, his fighting. He always fought to excite everyone and to knock everyone out. So for sure, Marvin Hagler. I want to say Salvador Sanchez, and I don't know. There's the list is so on. Like Julio Cesar Chavez, you know, Mayweather was one of them. You know, but I like every single. The reason I like a lot of single fighters, like Andre Ward was one. But like they all carry this different persona, like this, like Mayweather, all the trash talking he did and he backed it up, you know, but it was for the show. You know, Andre Ward, because of all of his hard work ethic, you know, son of God and everything. Obviously Salvador Sanchez, because he's Mexican and he came to fight, and then he was a face of a nation for a while. And like I said, Marvin Hagler, because he had that work ethic, he had that mentality of, you know, going in there and breaking you down.
Gotcha. Man, Salvador Sanchez, though, he put on a hell of a career, but still died pretty young, right? He was like 23 when he passed away, but still had like 40-something fights, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine if he kept fighting.
Man. You know,
that's like Valero. He was young
Edwin
with a bunch.
Valero,
Exactly.
Yep, Edwin Valero.
Yeah, he was another favorite, one of my favorite fighters.
Alexis, you're speaking of guys you like to watch from the past. What about guys today? Who do you like to see fight? Yeah, what are some current fighters that you enjoy watching fight? Maybe even pick a few things from, right?
Yeah, I love watching Canelo fight, Shakur Stevenson, because I've known Shakur for a long time, and just how technical he is. You know, he's sharp, man. He's sharp. He's a professional in the ring. And he's a southpaw too.
Yeah, I just watched him spar. He's had.
You went yesterday?
A couple days ago.
But they were there again yesterday.
Yeah, he's had a couple camps here in Vegas, man. I'm excited to see what he brings. You know, down 10 years from now, you know, what will we be saying?
He's the future, man. Definitely. Shakur is definitely the future.
How do you see his fight with Oscar-Valdez April 30th play out?
Don't do it.
I don't know, man. It's a hard
safe call. Yo, I got another one here from the best dad ever in Baltimore. Thank you for putting an end to Thomas the Choo Choo Train Cobbs. Who are your favorite fighters to watch? And you just answered that. You guys better pay attention. You just answered.
Well, I think some of our.
Oh yeah, he said in this era. Did you say this era yet?
Well, he started with Shakur, and then yeah. So who else other than Shakur?
I love watching Virgil fight. Virgil's a beast, man. Even though he's in my weight class, I respect the guy because he goes in there and he throws the fans, and it's just his work ethic. I've seen him work out in the ring. You know, I like watching Virgil fight a lot too. Who else? In a way, I don't know his name. Yeah, I love watching that guy fight too. The monster, they call him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love watching him too.
Okay. I got Coach Myers in Connecticut. Thank you for beating Blair. He talks too damn much. You made a lot of new fans. My question is, who is the best fighter in your opinion that you fought or sparred? I seen that you beat Edgar Berlanga in the amateurs also. Wow.
Yeah, I fought Edgar in the national team to make the national team.
Wow, so you
Very
beat
close
him?
fight.
You beat him to make the Nationals? Oh man, that must have
Yeah.
hurt his feelings.
Yeah, I mean, we were teammates the year before. We went to Russia together.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we're friends. We knew each other, and then obviously I beat him, and I just told him like, hey man, it's part of the sport, especially that because at the time I've always been at 154 pounds in the amateurs, and I never freaking grew, so I was 154 my whole amateur career, and he was at the time when we went to Russia 132 pounds.
Oh, he was smaller.
He jumped up 22 pounds in like 5 months.
Was that
So-
did he hit like a growth spurt?
Yeah.
Was that like a
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
okay?
had growth spurt, and
It was like Xander.
Something.
Xander happened. Xander was small, and then boof, all of a sudden he's a welterweight.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then yeah.
So I got Bullet. I don't know if that's New York Bullet, but he says, if you had a choice to fight either Spence or Crawford, who would you choose?
And why?
And why? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. They're both probably the best welterweights in the division right now. Both, respect to both fighters, but I don't know. To choose one over the other, I don't know.
All right, we got a last two more because I know you got to go, so you can answer these as fast as possible. Steve in the UK says, hey, champ, thanks for coming on the show. You should go after David Avenezen. He's highly ranked and will fight anyone. If you beat him, you take his spot, and it puts you in line for a shot at the WBC title now that Virgil is out. Congrats on the win, and can I get a woo to drawing out those excuses coming from Blair? Good luck and thank you for coming on the show, Steve in the UK.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, I'd be open to fight David Avenezen if Frank Warren, like you said, he has him. Sorry, like Frank Warren says he has him. If that fight's presented to us, we'll take it. We'd say yes, and yeah, like I said. But nah, I'm not gonna be doing the woo, and that's Blair's thing.
Shout out to you. So the last one is from JC. He says, hey champ, great fight last week. Do you think Rashidi Ellis is underrated? How do you think he does against other top welterweights?
Yeah, I think Rashi's underrated. He hasn't been fighting. He hasn't been active, I should say. He do great against other welterweights.
All right, well, those are all our questions, and I know you got to run. Please give out your social media for anyone who isn't following you can do so. And thank you again for coming on the show, champ. We look forward to getting you back whenever you announce anything or you got anything cooking. Just call us up.
Yeah, just appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone tuning in right now, asking these questions. It means the world to me to have fans like that. And yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Alexis Rocha 777. Stay tuned. I'll be keeping updates when my next fight is. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate
Thank you, champ.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Alexis Rocha, up and coming contender. Big win over Blair, the Flair, Cobbs, and we are back.
For the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Untitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.